Hey guys, I am back with another video, another DIY video. So I had asked if you guys wanted me to show you how I made the dividers, which are here, and I finally put labels. So I put the labels on here, and this just helps me stay organized so that I know how much money is in each of these categories. So this is for my membership or subscription envelope. So I have my Bank of America, which is for my Bank of America fees for my checking account, Canva Pro, HP Ink, and OneDrive for my storage. So I have everything ready to go. I hope. I'm gonna try to get this video done with as few edits as possible. So let me first show you the ones that I made. So I have these right here, and it is a set of 3. And these are not, I'm that girl. These are not laminated. These are just regular cardstock that I picked up at Michael's. And then I laminated these. This is also cardstock. And as you can see, there is quite a difference in the size of the divider top. So like the little header up here, the tab is a different size. So these I laminated, and you can kind of do that size however you like. These are roughly, let me get don't judge my old, my old ruler. Okay, so it's just a little under 2 inches. Yeah, each of these are a little under 2 inches. So let me see how we're gonna do this. I just jumped in. I don't even know how things are going. And as you can see, it's also a lot fatter here. So there's that. And you can also use these for your wallet, which I believe would work. I don't have a wallet with me to see if it would work, but you can use these to just slide in there if you don't want to have actual envelopes. So let me set those aside. And this is the cardstock. Well, it is cardstock, but not really. It's not double-sided. Okay, so I picked this up at Michael's. It was like 24 cents, something like that. And it is the Recollections one. They had a sale going on. I just grabbed a bunch of different ones. So let's first go over, I'm going to use the laminated ones because I like this tab size a lot better. So let's see what the length is on here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's around 6.5. Okay, it's a little under 6.5 inches. So I don't really know like each little marking on here, but here is 6.5, and then it's 2 little rivets in. So I'm not even sure what that would be called. I could look that up, but I didn't. So it's a little under 6.5. And of course, you're gonna wanna kind of size it for whatever you're using it for. And then that's the width. And as far as the height goes, the height itself is at 3.25. All right, so there are the measurements. So all you're gonna need, and you don't even need to use a heat laminator. You can use these self-laminating sheets if you want to use those, because I've used those in the past and they work just fine. Okay, so what we're first gonna do is cut this down. So what I want to do first is take off this here so I don't have this in the way. Okay, so we're gonna need, it was a little under 6.5, and what I've done in the past, as I'm sure most people do, I just use what I have and I kind of just go off of that. So, and I really do hope everything is in frame. I had a little downtime and I was like, let me do it, because if I don't do it now, when am I? Okay, so we are right here under 6.5 inches. So I'm just gonna cut this down, make sure it's even. All right, that's done. Make sure that's up to width. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through, and since I still have this bad boy here, I'm going to measure it properly. And then also keep in mind, if you're laminating it, it is going to give it just a tiny bit more in the height section. All right, so there's one. So now, since I have this, I'm just gonna go off of this. All right, so we're right here. I wanna make sure. And I also wanna put out there, I am not trying to take away from anyone's business in any way. I'm just trying to make it a little easier for those who are on a very low budget, or somebody who might want to create something on their own that they want personalized. So I still do buy from Etsy quite often. So I hope I am not raining on anyone's parade when I do things like this, because I also wanted to show you guys some other envelopes, or how to make like your 100 envelope challenge box. And I don't want anyone coming for me like, girl, you are taking away from my business. Just understand, those Etsy shop owners, they definitely need to get paid whatever it is that they are requesting. And with those 100 envelope challenge boxes, or I'm doing the 50-50 one soon, those take up so much time. So I can definitely see why we purchased from the Etsy shop. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way for now. I might need it later, who knows? Okay, so what I do now is, you're gonna wanna see how big you want your label. So if you're gonna have or tabs. If you're gonna want like 5 categories, you're gonna need to make sure that you have enough space for the 5. I just did 3. You can also do 4. So if you're gonna do 4 of them, I would say, let's go like this. So here's with it equally. So you'd probably want to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. That would give you your 4 categories. So what I'm going to do, just to, maybe I should try to do 4 because I have all 3. Let's see. And then I'm going to use a pencil. I don't know if the pencil is going to show up on here because this is pretty dark. So I'm going to move these aside for right now. Okay, so let me first see how big we're going to do these. Kind of want to do them with the 2-inch, but maybe we can do 1.5. And then I have this one here, and this one. Let's do it there. Let me take this off. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I have one here, 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 and there's my 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so now that I have that done, now I'm going to mark on, oh, you know what? I can't do 4 because I only, sweet Lord. I have 3. Can I make another one? Let me see. Okay. So let me make another one because I have only 3 pieces of cardstock, but I have 4 tabs here. So let's line this bad boy up. And this is probably not gonna, like, the least chattiest video I've ever had because I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, I think that looks good. I just want to make sure they're not going to be raised higher than the other ones. Make sure it's laying flat. All right, so let's see. Okay, good. They all look even. All right, so I'm going to move this aside again. Now, let me go ahead and mark these again. So I'm going to have to do this off camera. Just move these down so I can actually see what I'm doing, because if I go up, you guys are going to see all my mess. And I don't want you to see my hair like this. Okay. So there's another one. So all I'm doing now is marking on each paper so that each one has it's sectioned off so I know where my dividers are going to be. And once you guys get the hang of it, it's so super easy. You guys would be able to use any type of cardstock. I know sometimes the subscription boxes that you get come with cardstocks or what's it called? Like a journaling card, and you can most definitely use that. You could use those journaling cards for everything. You can use them to make an envelope. You can use them as a dashboard for whatever you want. Okay, that looks good. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I was using my paper cutter for it, but that's because I want it straight. So let me see how deep I want this tab to go in. I like this one. So let's see here. All right, now I have to do this very carefully because I don't want to cut through the divider I have right now. You need to say hi, silly.
Hi.
Oh, are you all done, baby?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you need my help? Do you need my help?
I want to ask if I could have a snacko.
A snacko? Okay. So baby girl, both girls are home with me today. I didn't go into work because my double digit baby is not feeling well and we didn't want to send her. So when the seasons change and her allergies really kick in, we have to put her on breathing treatments most of the time. So she's home with me right now. So give me a second, guys. Let me tend to her. My daughter's so funny. She goes, what does tender mean? I was like, tender? I was like, no, I said tend to her. She's like, oh. Okay, so now I'm going to cut all the way up to this very first slit, and that is going to give me my first divider. So I need to make sure everything is even here because I don't want anything off. So I'm going to go very slowly just to make sure I don't cut too far in. Okay, so that's, oh, I don't even need these, I think. All right, so there we go. So this is the first divider that I've done. Now what you can do, and I'll do this once we're done, you can go through and if you want to round your corners, you definitely can. You can laminate or you can leave it like this. So now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna cut the second, the third, and the fourth, and then we'll see how these look, guys. Let's make the fourth one. So all we need to do for this one is go, nope. I don't wanna do that again. Okay, so I went through and I cut in, let me see if I did that at a good, that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna cut across, and I could use bigger scissors, which would probably make sense, but they are not by me and I did not want to get up. Okay, so now I'm just cutting through. Okay, that looks pretty good. I did pretty good for eyeballing it. Okay, so there are your 4 tabs. Tab 1, tab 2, 3, and 4. Now, what I'm gonna do is round my corners, and it is not a necessary step, but some people really like to have it. And what I realized when I made my other dividers is that you do kind of have a little hiccup, and I'll show you what that is. So let's go through, and I like to use this, it's the most narrow one, but I don't always use it for, I'm gonna do it right now and see how well, because I can't get in here. There's no way to actually get in there and do that. So what I do is eyeball it and try to round it myself. So we'll start like right here, and then I will just see how well we can do this. I really hope I remember to speed through this so that you guys don't have to suffer and see all of this. Okay, and I'm gonna do, let me see what this one looks like. I don't think that's gonna fit. Okay, let me try this really. All right, so then now let me go back and let me make this one a little bit wider. Well, a little bit, I call it the chubby one because it really does look a lot chubbier. Okay, so here is divider 1. Okay, and now let's go through and round the second. Okay, and then you gotta do the same thing. Don't worry about my tape. Don't even pay attention to that. It's not even there. It's not even there. Okay, so I'm gonna try to match that other chubby one and see if that works. It's debatable, but it's okay. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go in and eyeball. Oh, I think I did that too. I did that horrible. Let's see if we can salvage it. I don't think I can salvage that at all. I should have left these alone. This is so super janky. The first one came out much better. Okay, let's try again. I mean, no, it's not good. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it over there. There's two. Hopefully that mess isn't too distracting for you guys. Okay, now let's do the third one. Okay, let's try this again. No, I kind of like using that. That does not look cute. These are going to be a lot shorter than I thought. But I'm just trying to get them, I want them to look their best. You know what I mean? I think that's another reason why I don't have a shop, an Etsy shop. I just can't. If something isn't perfect, I would be so, like, I would be embarrassed to send any of that out. I can't do that. I just wouldn't be able to do that to you guys. If you're purchasing and then let's say, I don't know, there's bubbles, and that happens a lot. There's a lot. Bubbles happen a lot with those envelopes. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. There's your third, and then let's get the fourth divider down. And then once these are done, I'll show you what they look like in an envelope. All right. And if you guys are curious, I got this off of Amazon, and it was in the range of $5 to $7, I want to say. It was so inexpensive, very inexpensive. There are some on there that do cost a pretty penny, and I'm like, why would I spend so much on, some are pretty cool though, but I was like, I don't think I need to get anything else. I mean, I'm not doing this for business, it's just for me. So I mean, if they had it at the Dollar Tree, I would have got it at the Dollar Tree, but they did not. Okay, so because it looks like that, I'm going to try to make this one the chubbier one, and that looks way better. Okay, so there are my 4 tabs, my 4 dividers, and let me clean all this up really quick. Let me grab, okay, so here's an envelope I just have laying around. Okay, so here are, this one is just really, okay, no. I'm like, I want it perfect. I want it perfect. Okay, so let's slide them in here and see how they look. And now you can shove them all the way in if you want, or if you want to leave them up so that you can kind of see which ones you have. That way your labels are really popping up. You can do that as well so that they're like this, so they're not shoved all the way down. And that's it. That's pretty much how I made them. So let me just, I'm trying to make them all uniform if I can. That's probably as good as we're gonna get it. Okay, so let's just leave it like that, and there you guys go. So this is how I created the dividers with their tabs, and let's take these out and let me put in my other ones because I feel like those would probably look better. Okay, so these are the ones. I hope these fit. Okay, yeah, they do. All right, so here's the 3 tab, and this is with them like shoved all the way down in there. You can't see them for the most part. And then, so those are the laminated ones, and then these aren't laminated. These ones are just regular thicker cardstock, and they slip in a lot better because they are not laminated and they don't have that extra width on them. But as you can see, they do kind of poke out here. You know, my envelopes aren't perfect, so they're gonna kind of peek. And there's that one as well. So they all fit in there, and I mean, if you want to get real crazy, you could probably stick all of them in here. All right, so there's with 6. And I don't know how well that would hold up, but there you go. And then as far as the labels go, the labels, I created the printout on Canva, and then I just used sticker paper and I printed that out, and that's how I was able to create this. And I just put a background that would kind of match my dividers themselves. So that's what the Bank of America one looks like. And I wanted to do a little bit whiter, but I was like, just leave it. It's doing its purpose. So there you guys go. I hope that this helped you guys. I really do. I know that, like I said, it's trial and error. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. If you guys do it, please tag me in your video so I can see if you guys were able to get that done and how that worked out. But yeah, they're not hard at all once you just have some time to sit down and figure them out. But I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I really do appreciate you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you do enjoy this content. And until next time, bye.